Hey guys, Tony Sicilian with the Sicilian Brothers. We're going to walk through our Irving Burnout house and check on the framing that we've been doing. So let's go see what we got going on. So this door didn't open, and it opens now, but we still got to get a new one. It was pretty damn cleaned out, and then they just dropped all the bad lumber there. As you can see, we kind of have framing up now. Pretty stoked about it. There was a wall here with all cabinets on it and shit, and the fridge was like right in here somewhere. And we just took that out so that now you have dining, kitchen, living, and it's a way better flow. It just feels so much bigger. A lot of this house was so custom that we're trying to keep some of it so that we don't have to go through the expense of recrafting and spiraling the staircase banisters, so they're gonna get salvaged and stained and sanded and retreated, right? We're just trying to save the cost of, because this shit's expensive. So now we're upstairs, the game room overlooking the living area downstairs. We reconstructed the media room. Nick did something kind of cool in the front bedroom, added some space. This is like the most amount of massive beams. They were expensive and we needed a lot of them to support the amount of weight, because this house is really tall, right? So all this lumber is new and expensive. So that's a proper header above a door. Everything is sitting on something and then butted up against something, so now it's structurally sound. This is gonna be sheetrocked in so you could look out the front window. Originally there was a wall here and the house ended, or this room ended right here. And he went and made it, I don't know. It's not used. The framers build their own ladder. This house doesn't come pre-put together. So you'll see they put temporary ladder access up and shit like that. That's the most expensive ladder we own, because lumber is so expensive. This is what we call a dust collector, and Nick's very adamant that we get the framers to make sure that we reframe the curve to match the staircase. You won't see it, there's no balcony, this is gonna be walled off, but the curve will be open so that you could put plants and shit. We just call them dust collectors. So we were talking about continuous load on Lipscomb, and it was small beams, but this house you could actually see the extent that we have to go to carry the loads all the way down to the first floor. The extent that you have to go to secure a house like this is pretty interesting when you get to see it wide open. Where this brick is piled up, it actually fell, but it's gonna go all the way up to the peak there. So this will get re-bricked all the way up to the peak. There's a lot of work that the mason has to come and do. There's another dust collector over the front door. That's a giant dust collector. I get it, it'll look cool, we'll have a light in there and stuff, but getting up there and dusting it, that's a bitch. We can go out on the back porch. Two things that TJ and I made fun of Nick for, because he was all proud of himself for adding that front peak and making that front room bigger, but we didn't understand why he didn't have them make the media room bigger. Idiot. It's really impressive when you walk a burn house. It's kind of messed up because you feel for the family that was living here when their house got struck by lightning, which this house apparently got struck by lightning, but you get to walk it afterwards and see what fire damage does, and it's scary. So this was a flat ceiling, 26-foot ceiling from the living room up. TJ and Nick and I, when we were over here talking about it, we're gonna do some sort of cool trade ceiling. So when you go in the living room and you look up, you're not just looking at flat sheetrock. That's boring, right? Well, you'll have some sort of architectural feature. And there will be a railing here because we don't need kids falling over. There's a reason that the cities started instituting these they basically call them fire gaps. These things in here, right? One would think it's so that the wood doesn't bow back left to right. That's not entirely true. You'll notice as we walked this house and we shot it, the entire second floor is what burned. The fire didn't come down because of the fire gaps that they have. So modern engineering has come a long way. Things like that do actually save houses and people. So you're always asking about unexpected costs. This is an unexpected cost. This was nice, and it was here, and it was done fine, we didn't have to fuck with it. And then the guys damaged it when they were doing the trash out. Unexpected costs. Unexpected costs? This is a perfectly salvageable garage door. Well, it was. But when the guys were doing the trash out, they totally destroyed the track, and it now has to get salvaged quickly in order for us to not have to replace it. So I'm gonna go make a phone call and get them out here to fix this before we gotta replace the entire thing. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, smash that like video, subscribe for more. Where can they follow us?
Smash that like video.
Fuck, man, it was good energy.